Okay, so to start out, who are you? What is your name? Where do you come from? What's some of the backstory with it?
Okay, my name is Feliks. It's Feliks, and my last name Sukhovitsky. I know it's a long one. It actually sounds like Sukhovitsky. So 22 years ago, I came from the Soviet Ukraine as a refugee from the communist regime. Had 20 bucks in my pocket, and was purely political move on my behalf. I wasn't after money into this country. I was just wanted to be a free man in a free country. And I came with 20 bucks in my pocket. I built a company from the scratch. I built my own house, and I've been building houses for people. And lately, actually, in the last 6-7 years, I was actually trying to go to the next level as a developer, and it's been working until a few recent years with this current administration.
And obviously you're a businessman. What kind of business are you in, or were you in?
Okay, I'm the owner or CEO of a construction company. It's called Aristocrat Construction Inc. You can see it on the website. It's www. Anyways, I don't want to promote the company, but that's not what it's about.
What is the what is the primary business, and what kind of
building houses? Building houses. I either build houses for the customers, or I build the houses, or used to build houses, not my own, but basically on my own.
And how did there was the housing crash, market crash, that we're actually still in somewhat, but it's been pretty brutal over the last few years. Did that affect your business at all previous to some of the problems we'll discuss here in a few minutes? Did the crash itself of 2008 in that range affect you at all?
If I had to break, yes it did, but if I had to break it into percentage, what has affected me more, the new government regulations or the crash, I would say probably I'm 60% affected by regulations, by local government, by federal government. My business got hurt 60-70% more than the crash itself.
Okay. Before we get too deep into what happened with the housing, regulation in your business, if you could go back, I think you said, was it 20 years ago? 22 years ago. Now, what did you do before you came to the States?
I was always in construction, one way or the other. I built my first house when I was 19. Actually, I was in charge of a construction project when I was, started when I was 19, finished when I was about 20.
And you sat down and thought, what?
No, I was building back then. It was I immigrated to this country. I was 23. That was back in Russia, Ukraine, when I started working when I was 15.
Okay. So you're 23 years old, and what drove the decision to move? You said $20 bill in your pocket. What drove that decision?
Here.
Yeah. What drove that decision to come here?
Purely political freedom. Purely political freedom. I was never a big fan of communist socialism. It doesn't matter, how the tyranny disguises itself, because the words are not an issue. The platform is. Every socialist movement actually is in every socialist country has Marxism as a platform, and it's the stages of development. I studied Marxism when I was a kid, when I was a child. We were indoctrinated in schools, so I know what I'm talking about. There's not one country in the world that would declare itself socialist country and would not be based on a Marxism platform. And the Marxist platform, depending on the stage of development, grows into fascism or communism and into total tyranny. This is just the basic history. We had to study history of the party.
Okay, so you come to the States, you're 23 years old, you start getting into home building here in the States.
First, actually, to be honest, I started with the painting.
Okay.
My first company was the painting company. Actually, I worked for 12 years in the union.
So you've seen the inside of the union machine as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And what are your thoughts on that?
I was in more of the private sector union rather than the public sector union, but it's the socialism. It's socialism as it gets. You just
taking money from the industry and spending it.
It's an absolute socialism.
Yeah. Okay, so when you get into home building, you become a businessman, a little bit bigger businessman on a bigger level, and you're part of the American economic engine. What happened after that? And we carry the sign, which I don't think we have on the bus right now. But what does the sign say, and what happened?
Well, my sign says Obama destroyed 10 jobs I've created, and let's get them back. What it means is I have a project, and actually let me show you. These are the actual drawings right here, all these pages of the project, and I'd like to tell you, this pretty much is what the shovel-ready jobs look like, in case Mr. Obama doesn't know that. And that permit's been sitting in San Mateo County of California Building Department for the last approximately two something years. I used to hire people. I used to hire people under Bush. I hire subcontractors. They have workers. When they hire people, they also we buy materials that also demands labor force, and sale in local distributors, etc. But these permits are sitting in the building department for 2 years. So for 2 years I'm not hiring. And I'm not hiring because with Obama regulators I am not qualified. I'm not qualified for the construction loan. Now I came with $20 in my pocket, and I think if I could build a company, if I could build wealth, I think I should be qualified. I really think I should be. Just doesn't make logical or intuitive sense to me. That's why the sign that's my job. And here's an interesting thing. I'm listening to all channels. I have a very curious mind, and CNN several weeks ago said that we got close to 1 million projects that are on hold in the building departments throughout the country. Then a couple of weeks later, CNN also said that average construction project takes about 3 people stay through the year. Now I have probably close to 10 temporary jobs, but if you were to take 3 jobs per project, stay there for a year, and multiply it by 1 million, then we are talking about 3 million jobs.
I think this is really important here. So there's 1 million projects that are on hold. Why are those projects on hold? I mean, I'm assuming that a lot of them are in the same scenario as yours. You've got the permits, you've got everything you need through that process. What is it specifically that's holding up those 1 million projects that will create potentially 3 million jobs?
Okay. Every contractor, every developer I'm talking to, everyone that I know, and we got a good network, cannot get construction loan. People cannot get land loans, people cannot get construction loans. In fact, under this administration, every bank, Bank of America, Chase, every big guys, they have actually canceled the construction loans for developers. They don't exist anymore. There's no tools. It's like, stop making cement and then ask me to build a foundation.
So, okay, in that particular project, just to recap, sorry, that particular project that you have the permits for, that would have created 10 jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a residential project. It's a residential single-family house. It's my own development. I invested all the family savings into this project, and I was ready to start hiring people 2 years ago. It's a 3,700 square feet house. It needs foundation guys, framers, electricians, roofers, sheetrock painters,
So
everybody.
It would be an economic engine in and of itself.
Just like everybody else,
Yeah.
just like every other contractor. This is the thing. That's the scary part of this whole story. That my story is not unique. I'm just the one guy who decided to actually talk.
Yeah.
But there's a million neighborhood contractors that hiring neighborhood guys just like me. That's why we got unemployment averaging 20% annually in construction business and underemployment over 90%.
So just real quick here, you've communicated this to the administration. What have you done to reach out to Obama's administration?
Oh, I actually wrote him 4 letters. In fact, they're kind of documented because they were like in an email form. So I sent the different time depending on the level of my stress. I guess I've been or level of achievement. I've been sending him letters, and all I would get back was, "Oh, thank you for your support." That wasn't all. Actually, I also went in Washington with the sign, Mr. Obama, or Mr. President. Sorry, Mr. President. I got pictures of me in front of Washington, in front of White House. Mr. President, let me help you with the economy.
So,
I got searched.
Just